Hey, everybody. Hope you are doing well. Welcome to an open forum Wednesday. Give me the questions, fire away, and let's do this. Let's have some fun. Let me update you on some scores right now in the NBA. Boy, if you're a Pistons fan, how happy are you to have Cade Cunningham back? He made his return tonight, 137 111. The Pistons get the W, beating the hapless, awful Milwaukee Bucks. And again, good to have Cade Cunningham back after missing 11 games with the collapsed lung. The Pistons now are 58 and 22. I look at the box score of that game. Cunningham did start for Detroit, played 26 minutes, 13 points, 10 assists, 5 rebounds. That's big time if you're a fan of the Detroit Pistons. All right? Incredible. Said, give Christie credit for finding a way to tank by having his guys intentionally foul Seth Curry with 3 minutes to go while being in the penalty. Something about keeping a timeout ridiculous. He made a mistake. It's bottom line. He didn't intentionally try to lose the game. He made a mistake. All right? It's ridiculous to think a coach would call a tank more like that. He would have to be more discreet. Yes, that is correct. All right? I mean, listen, I've been very critical of Doug, but he made a mistake last night. Now, he shouldn't make a mistake like that. That's his job. But he made a mistake. I mean, he's not the first coach to make a mistake. He won't be the last coach to make a mistake. That's a bad mistake to make when you're up by 1 with 3 minutes and 12 seconds left and you foul a guy like Seth Curry when you're in the penalty. All right? I mean, I don't know what else to say. My opinion on Michael Malone not waiting for an NBA team to sign him instead of leaving a college. He would have gotten an NBA job, but he wanted to take this opportunity. It's a great opportunity. I mean, it's North Carolina, for crying out loud. Maybe the number one job in the country. Certainly 2, 3, or 4. I don't think anybody could dispute that. Very good question. Is there any chance that Vrabel and the reporter are on the hot seat of losing their job? Well, they could lose their marriage. That's number one. I read the whole story. I saw the photos. I read the comments by Vrabel and Rossini. It doesn't add up to me. The photos look very damaging to me. I wouldn't be very happy if I'm their spouse. Now, I think Rossini's job would be in great jeopardy. A's did pull off the win. They hold on and win 3-2. You're right. All right. I'm on my lunch break. I heard your show last night on my way home from work. I don't want to put the team just to get Giannis. Milwaukee is going to try to rip the Knicks off. Bottom line is, I don't think Giannis is going to be in Milwaukee. All right. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. I don't see him being in Milwaukee next year. Doc's not going to be in Milwaukee. That's for sure. That's for sure. But I mean, I don't see Giannis Antetokounmpo being there. I think he's going to be gone. The question is, what happens if the Knicks lose in the first or second round? They're going to do everything in their power to get Giannis. They really are. You should do everything in your power to get New Works Plumbing into your home or business. If you have issues with plumbing, water heaters, water line repair, sewer repair, water filtration, gas lines, call the number on your screen or go to newworksplumbing.com, NEWWRXplumbing.com. New Works Plumbing. They've got a fix for you. They are awesome. Not going to go very long today. All right. Wanted to tell you what's going on. We're going to be doing shows pretty much every night beginning next week, 4 to 5 nights a week. So keep that in mind. We got a lot going on with the NBA playoffs, the NBA lottery, the NBA draft. We got the NFL draft. We got a lot of stuff going on. All right. Has Marvin Bagley redeemed himself at all to you since being traded away from the Kings? No, he has not. Those pictures of the coach and reporter, they don't look good for them. No, they don't. I mean, come on now. I mean, are are we supposed to believe that we're not seeing what we're seeing? Did not look good at all. You're absolutely correct. Terrible. Not good. And yet they both vehemently denied it was anything that was inappropriate. You tell me, what did that look like to you? Let me see if I can get the quotes here. Did that look to you like a legit, friendly relationship that wasn't intimate in any way, shape, or form? Let's call it the way we see it. All right? Let me bring this up here. How did you interpret that? How did you interpret that? I mean, yeah, I can't bring it up right now, but my eyes tell me a different story. All right? Do I think Max should be first team all rookie? If the NBA says no, it's a complete joke. I think he's probably going to be sixth. He'll be the number one guy on the second team. I don't think he's going to be first team. Can I imagine if Doug is the coach next season and they re-sign Westbrook? No, I cannot. Man. Wow. I don't think it's enough for Vrabel to lose his job. It's still not a good look for his character. I would agree with that. But I think you're going to have Rossini's job at the Athletic terminated. You can't have, I know you're going to say it's a one-way street, but in this situation, it is. In terms of job security, I mean. I was never a fan of Mike Vrabel. I feel like he has an ego. Who the hell cares? He's a hell of a football coach. He's a great football coach. I mean, there's no doubt about that. I never had a female friend hug me like that before. I would agree with you. I haven't either. No, I haven't either. I'm with you on that, Lynn. No. My eyes tell me different than what their remarks had to say. I don't know how they can make the comments that they made today to page 6 at the New York Post. Let me see if I can bring this up here. I mean, you tell me, does that look legit to you? And by legit, I'm talking about just two individuals that are friends that are hanging out. Why are they hanging out there anyway? What's that all about? It's very suspicious to me. I'll just leave it at that. Very suspicious. I'm not saying I know for sure that they were having an inappropriate relationship. I can't say that. What I can say is it did not look good. And I'm just telling you, it did not look good. And if you're Mrs. Vrabel or you're the husband of Rossini, that does not look good. Plain and simple. Is Sean McDermott fired yet by the Bills? The Beatles broke up too. Did you know that? If not, the Beatles are no longer in existence. All right, here we go. Got to hand it to them. Photos of Mike Vrabel and Diana Rossini holding hands at the luxury hotel Spark. Hilarious viral finger linking trend. All right. An exclusive story in the New York Post. Said, I know that you are a huge aviation fan, but am I a fan of the space program? I'm not a fan, but I'm not anti-space. I don't really follow it the way I do others. All right. All right. So you got Mike Vrabel and Diana Rossini. They got their fingers interlocked at a luxury hotel. All right. Page 6, exclusively obtaining photos, holding hands and hugging 2 weekends ago at the resort in Sedona, Arizona. Sedona. Vrabel said the interaction was completely innocent. Rossini told Page 6 that they were in a group of 6 people hanging out during the day. Now, TMZ is on this, and they have spoken with other guests at the resort, and they said they didn't see anyone else other than Rossini and Vrabel. Okay? Now, I'm looking at the photos again here. That looks completely inappropriate to me. I mean, come on. That does not look legit. I don't know where this is heading, but they spent an hour at the hotel pool together and they were lounging side by side. So why are they at the pool together and why are they hanging out side by side? 3 other eyewitnesses, according to the story, said that they did not see anyone else with Vrabel and Rossini at all. They're also photographed hugging. You tell me, folks. You tell me. They're shown hugging at sunset on a private rooftop of one of the hotel's bungalows. Not a good look. Not a good look. Vrabel's statement. These photos show a completely innocent interaction, and any suggestion otherwise is laughable. This doesn't deserve any further response. Rossini said, quote, the photos don't represent the group of 6 people who were hanging out during the day. Like most journalists in the NFL, reporters interact with sources away from stadiums and other venues. I don't have a problem with you interacting, but those pictures didn't look like it was just that. Said slow sports today if we're talking about adultery or what are some major ramifications in the NFL. It's not a slow day. It's news, and it's my job to talk about sports news. And so, like, if you don't like it, you don't have to watch. I wouldn't call it a slow door or slow day. What do you want me to do, avoid the story? I got a message on it, and I'm talking about it. What do you want me to do, ignore it? Just because it might be adultery? I don't make the news. I just report it. I'm not Mike Vrabel. What do you want me to do? Not talk about it if somebody wants me to respond? I don't know what else to say. Said, where are these 4 mystery friends? I haven't seen them. I'm waiting for photos. I haven't seen them yet. But we'll see where this goes. All right, if you want to fire away, keep the questions coming. Happy to have you right here on If You Don't Like That. Tomorrow at 3 o'clock, we'll have the first round of the Masters to talk about. A's win, Giants win. Get you ready for the Kings and the Warriors on Friday night. Got a lot going on. Hey, don't forget about Bennett's, Sacramento, Roseville, and the West Side Grill in Rockland. Prime seafood and steaks at Bennett's. Go to Bennett'sRestaurants.com to make a reservation. That's Bennett'sRestaurants.com. Again, prime seafood and steak at Bennett's. Tell them we said hello and enjoy yourself. Whether it's at the weekend brunch, lunch, or dinner, enjoy yourself at Bennett's. All right, again, glad to have you here on the Open Forum Wednesday. Am I worried that Precious won't re-sign with the Kings? I want him to stay. I'm not worried. I don't think about it. I don't stay up at night. I mean, if he doesn't sign, he doesn't sign. I think a lot depends on who the Kings draft, what position. You know, you've got Keegan Murray coming back. You got DeAndre Hunter. I mean, you got a lot of players there. Would I like to see him on the team? Yes. Am I worried? No, I don't worry about these things. I used to. I don't anymore. It's not like it used to be for me. So I don't really worry about it. I don't worry about it. But I think it would be good for the team if he were staying. If Christie is coaching for his job in March, then wouldn't that mean that he definitely wasn't the right guy? I don't think he was the right guy last year, and I was very open about that. Okay? Who's going to retire first, Curry, Westbrook, or DeRozan? I would say Westbrook 1, Curry 2, DeRozan 3. Why would you retire if you're DeRozan? And I know that's not what you asked, but he still has a lot of good years left, in my opinion. But if you ask me, in my opinion, it would be Westbrook 1 by a whisker over Curry, then DeRozan. If I just looked into my crystal ball, that's probably how I would see it. All right? Probably how I would see it. I'm thinking Curry's got to be tired of getting hurt all the time, don't you think? Like, that's the one thing about Curry. He has been getting injured a lot. You know, DeRozan, what did he play? All but 2 games this year, right? I mean, I got to give him credit. That guy can still play and play at a very good level, very high level. And I have to believe that there are teams out there that would love to have him. I would agree right here. DeMar looks like he's still going strong in the health department. I'm with you on that. Absolutely. He does. He absolutely does. All right. If you're watching from outside of the country, hit me up. I always like to know if we have any international viewers, or if you're watching outside of California, let me know where you're watching the stream. Is the Doug Christie hiring the worst head coach signing in the last 25 years? It's in the neighborhood. I think Acuff would be a game changer. A lot of people do. Depending on where you end up, that might be the guy. You can't underestimate how important these final 2 games may be. And you're playing the Warriors on Friday in the final home game, and the Warriors play tomorrow night. So you're getting them on a second night of a back-to-back and you almost beat them. Boy, can you imagine if the Kings win that game at home on Friday and it screws up everything with the draft? Oh, my goodness. Wow. But we are talking about the Kings, right? We are talking about that. We are talking about a team that does not seem to do things the way you want. They don't win when you want them to win, and they don't lose when you want them to lose. Boy, that would be disastrous. Because, you know, if you're looking at Brooklyn, they're playing tomorrow night against Indiana. So if they win, they would be tied with Sacramento. If they lose, they fall behind Sacramento. But if the Kings then end up winning Friday night, that changes that. I mean, yeah, I'm watching from Lewis tonight. Said Utah needs to beat the Grizzlies. That's right. They do. Yeah. Kings need a point guard of the future. I don't know much about Acuff, but the Kings need a point guard, even after having Hallie, Fox, Davion, etc. LOL. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Haven't we been saying that a lot on this show? We sound like a broken record, huh? The Kings weren't patient enough with Davion, in my opinion. He's a two-way player. 100% agree. Jerry Reynolds says, don't give up. Don't give up on point guards and bigs too early. He says it all the time. And the Kings gave up on Davion too early. It's a big mistake. Big mistake. You're 100% correct. Gave up on him. Plain and simple. I know, Lynn. That was a good one, buddy. That was a good one. Good job by you. I honestly would not be surprised if the Warriors got the number 1 pick. Nothing surprises me anymore. You know? What is worse, trading Keon or the Schroeder signing? Trading Keon, in my opinion. Because you would have been able to trade Dennis Schroeder, but to me, that still doesn't make any sense. Still does not make any sense. I don't know. I don't get it. No one's ever going to be able to make me get that. That does not make sense. It didn't make sense. This whole year has not made sense. Just hasn't made sense. Cavaliers win again tonight. Let me look at the scoreboard. They're playing well. You know that? They're really playing well. See what the score of that game was tonight. The Cavaliers beat the Hawks tonight, 122 to 116. And they were trailing early in that game. They had a nice second quarter. And they get 31 from Mitchell, 21 from Harden. Keon tonight played 22 minutes, only had 5 points. Didn't play as well as he has been, but they win 122 to 116. We'll see. The first pick will probably be the Hawks. We'll see. I have no way of predicting the NBA lottery, that's for sure. I mean, we look at what happened last year. We look at what happened in the previous years. Can't do it. Big game tonight in hockey in the tank. The Sharks and the Oilers. The Oilers played last night and blew a big lead. They played in Utah. They blew a big lead. And this is a really important game. Right now it's 1-1 with 8.5 left in the first. It's a very big game for both teams. Both teams. I don't know what kind of contract Keon's going to get. It's a good question. I don't know. How many minutes for the players who couldn't play in Sacramento? 22 minutes for the player who couldn't play in Sacramento, Lynn. 22 minutes tonight. I know Scott Perry inherited a bad situation, but I don't believe in him after the moves that he made with letting go of Keon, almost trading Monk, letting go of Jonas, signing Schroeder. Those are all bad moves. I don't disagree. But you got to give him credit for drafting Max. You got to give him credit for Cardwell and Precious. So, I mean, there's some good and there's some bad. I hear you. I hear you. I'm reading what you're saying, and I think I don't really like his vision of putting a team together. Anybody that thinks that Russell Westbrook is somebody you want on your team in this situation makes 0 sense. 0 sense. Do I think the Lakers will make a run at Giannis? Yes, I do. I do. You know, he's Hollywood. It's LA. I think the Knicks will make a run for him. Ridiculous, Grant. Totally agree. Is ridiculous. Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you on all of that. I think, the Knicks don't ever seem to be able to do it. If I had to guess, I could see the Lakers. The question is, how does Giannis and Luka play together? How does that going to work? I don't know about that. And I love Austin Reeves, Said, I was listening to your buddy, JT the Brick, and he was upset Yankees batting Judge second. What say you? It doesn't make sense to me. I'm with JT the Brick. I don't understand that. Grant, I'm in Singapore on business, listening to this while at the office. I remember seeing pics of you once at the Marina Bay Sands. Just curious, did you hit the Hawker Centers while you were there? I don't know what that means. But I will tell you this. I love Singapore. Thank you for listening in Singapore. What time is it there? Got to be in the morning, right? Got to be on the morning on Thursday. Yeah, like what? 9:30, 10:30 in the morning? Good for you. How long are you there? I love Singapore. What a great city. I loved the Marina Bay Sands. It was phenomenal. Maybe as good of an experience as I've ever had in Singapore. What a beautiful property. Amazing. Bucket list item. Bucket list. That was, boy, if you've never been to Singapore, and the airport is spectacular. Good for you. I hope that you are enjoying it. You're in the office, so you're working. Wow. Good for you. Working over in Singapore. I love it. On business. United or Singapore Air? What'd you fly? Where'd you go? Did you go United or Singapore Air nonstop? Did you go out of SFO or LAX? All right. Yes, I do know the Yanks are 4.5 in front. 10:30 a.m. Thursday here for a week. Hawk Centers are the food courts all over the city. Everything is clean and safe. Very true. Yeah, okay, now I know what you're talking about. Yes, I did. Yes. So it's 10:30 in the morning on Thursday in Singapore. Singapore SFO. Good job right there. Good job right there. About 16 hours. Love that. Airbus A350 ultra long haul. Singapore Airlines. SFO. Changi Airport. Good job right there. Smart man. It's the way I would do it. I've been on Flight 24, Flight 23, and Flight 22. Flight 24, Singapore JFK, A350. I've been on 23, JFK Singapore. And I've been on Flight 22, Newark, Changi. Love it. Love it. I cannot rant on the pilots who don't get their kids' passports. That's on the kid. That's on Rhino. All right? That's on Rhino. Period. No offense to Ryan's dad. His dad's not involved with him not getting a passport. That's on Rhino. That's on nobody else. That's on him. All right? How about the Airbus 300? You mean the Airbus 380? Airbus 380, great. My favorite aircraft. All right? Tough one. A350 or the Boeing 787? Boy, that's hard. That's a toss-up. I love the windows in the Dreamliner, the 787. I love those windows. The newer A350s, similar. Toss-up. Flip a coin. Give me either or. That's a good question. Either or. Can't go wrong on either or. Well, they were playing Milwaukee, but they did look good. They did look good with Cunningham. I got to give them credit. That is exactly what they need with the playoffs beginning next week. All right? Airbus A380 business is better than many first class. Well, every airline configures their business and first class cabins differently. So, but you're right, it is. But you'd also have to tell me what airline you're talking about. If it's Emirates, I would agree. Their business class is better than most first class domestic. Qatar, I would say the same thing. Korean Air, I would say the same thing. I've been on. I don't know about British Airways. I don't know about Air France. I haven't been on ANA's A380, although I hear it's very nice. It just depends. All right? It depends. All right, tomorrow, 3 o'clock, Fox Sports Sacramento. For all of you, whether you're in Singapore, whether you're in the U.S., or wherever else you may be, I love the fact that you make this part of your schedule. How about that? Morning time over in Singapore, Thursday. Checking out the show from work. That's beautiful. That invigorates me. I freaking love that. Turkish Airlines in business rivals the first class offerings on any airline anywhere. True, but they don't have an A380. We're talking about A380. They don't have an A380. They don't fly those. But you're right. Their business class is outstanding. And the business class lounge in Istanbul is one of the very best in the world. Highly recommend it. Never been on Virgin. All right. Never did it. For the World Cup, Dorian, I booked SFO to Mexico City on United using 15,000 points and Delta on the way back using 16. Economy, though. Doesn't matter. Quick flight. 3 hours and change. I would have done the same thing. Not a problem. You're going to the World Cup. Who cares? Sit in the bathroom. That's a good deal right there. 16 and 15 respectively, or 15 and 16. Good job right there. That's a good job, Dorian. Good job. Good use of your miles. It's okay. You don't care. You're going to the World Cup. You'll stand for the 3 hours and change. You don't have a problem with that. Stand. You'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Not that long of a flight. You'll be good. All right. Talk to you tomorrow. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate you. 3 o'clock tomorrow, Fox Sports Sacramento. Bye-bye now.